Good morning. Welcome to this 20-minute gentle flow yoga class. So today we're looking at just a recovery class. Come on down. Let's come into child's pose. Sometimes you just do feel like you just want to curl up in a ball. That's a great place to start. So feet together, just bending over, forehead to floor, hips back over the heels. Relax the shoulders and palms facing up. Deep breaths in and out through the nose. Notice the belly expanding and contracting into the thighs, getting a gentle massage for the digestive system. And then when you're ready, let's come on up into a kneeling or a seated position. Hands to heart, close the eyes, and take a few breaths. Arrive on the mat, ready to practice. Slow and steady today. And take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Open the eyes and let's just come into tabletop. And we'll start with a little bit of movement through the spine. So cat-cow. As you inhale, look forward and drop the belly. And as you exhale, tuck the chin in, stretching up through the spine. In your own time, your own rate of breath, just feel that movement all the way from neck to tailbone. Perhaps do 5 in total. Feeling all of that releasing off. And then come to tabletop. Take a moment, and then we're going to drop our hips, a little bit of hip movement. So drop over to the side, keep the knees on the floor. So exhale as you drop your hips over to the right. Inhale as you come to the center, and then exhale, drop them over to the left. Again, let's do 5 in total at your own pace. Try and keep the arms as straight as you can. And it's not about getting your hip to the floor. It's about opening up and feeling the releasing of the tension that you've been carrying around the hip area. And then come back to neutral. Just take it out a little bit, and then rolls for the hips. So start at the back, roll forward, big circles with the hips. So pushing the hip out to the side, pulling it forward, over to the other side and round. Sometimes clicks in the knees. So long as there's no pain in the knee, it's fine. Sometimes any pain come out, and then come back the other way. A little bit of shoulder work, a bit of shoulder strength here as well. But it's primarily about releasing the tension in the hips. And when you're ready, make that the same number as the way you went clockwise, and then come back to center. Take a deep breath in and a big breath out. And let's come into extended child's pose. So this time the toes are together and knees are wide. Forehead to floor, arms stretched out in front. Nice big stretch through the body. And we'll do our side stretches today, kneeling. So walk your hands over to the right, and now feel a stretch from the left wrist all the way back to the left hip. Really pushing that hip back, stretching through that whole left side of the body and squeezing the right. And then come on over to the other side. Now stretching through the right side. 3 breaths here. And then come back to center. Tuck your toes, and we're going to come up into down dog. So walk the heels, push the heels. So not staying on the toes, pushing the heels towards the floor. They may not get to the floor, but we're pushing through, stretching through the calf muscles, activating the legs, and then pushing both heels to the floor. Drop your head to look to your knees. Feel a stretch through the shoulders as well. Tail is going high, belly is pulled in, that nice V shape. Now walk your hands back towards your feet, and let's come into a forward fold. Bending the knees a little bit, hands at elbows, letting the weight of the upper body stretch out the lower back. A little bit of stretch down the legs, but mostly in the lower back. And then halfway, hands to shins, come to that flat back. Just take a moment, especially if you've got low blood pressure, or just to let energetically everything comes to neutral before we come on up. Eye gaze directly down to the mat. Hands to hips, inhale to reach up, exhale hands to heart. Take a moment, and then we'll come to the front of the mat and do some sun salutations. So we're going to start with a back bend, a mini back bend today. So toes together, heels apart. When you're ready, we're going to inhale and drop the hands down and lift them up, looking up, and then exhale, forward fold. Hands to halfway to shins, and then right leg back, left leg. So first round of sun salutation, straight through. Go at your own pace, your own modifications. Down dog, walk your feet forward. Halfway, half lift. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale overhead. Exhale hands to heart. Inhale little back bend. Exhale fold. Left side. Step the left leg back. Drop to the knees. Lower down. Inhale to cobra. Exhale back to the floor. Tuck toes. Pull back into down dog. Walk feet to hands. Inhale hands to shins or floor, exhale fold, inhale overhead, and exhale hands to heart. So one round, we're going to do two more. We're going to add plank and high lunge in the next rounds. Inhale overhead, exhale fold down. Come halfway, plant the hands, right leg back, and now come into planks, shoulders over wrists, one long line, push the heels back, pull the kneecaps up, looking down, breathing, 3 breaths, and then drop to the knees to lower down. Inhale to cobra, exhale back to the floor, tuck toes, push back, down dog, bend the knees, step the right foot forward, grab the foot and bring it forward so that you've got ankle and knee in alignment, and then inhale, arms overhead, either looking forward or looking up for 3 breaths. Strong in the legs, stretch through the hip flexor. Hands to floor, step the left foot, halfway, fold, inhale overhead, and exhale hands to heart. Left side, inhale to that mini back bend, exhale to fold. Halfway, step left foot back, right foot into plank. 3 breaths in plank. Strong and straight. Feel the heart rate moving up, building heat. Drop down, inhale to cobra, and exhale back to the floor. Tuck your toes, push up, pull back to down dog as you exhale. Bend the knees, step the left foot forward, bring the foot forward. Stay high in the high lunge. Inhale overhead, maybe looking up. 3 breaths in lunge as well as the plank. And hands to floor, right foot to meet left, halfway, fold, breathe out as you fold, inhale overhead, and exhale hands to heart. One more set, take a minute, take a breath or two, let yourself recover, catch up. There's no rush, there's no race. Mindful practice. Inhale overhead, exhale fold. Come halfway, plant the hands, right leg back, left leg plank. Engage the core, belly button to spine. And then drop to the knees to lower down. Inhale to cobra and exhale to the floor. Tuck toes, push back, stretch it out. Step the right foot forward, bring the foot forward as you get that alignment correctly. Stable. Strong in the back leg. And hands to floor, left foot to meet the right. Come halfway and then fold down as you breathe out. Inhale overhead to mountain, and exhale hands to heart. Lucky last one. Inhale to that little baby back bend. Fold down, halfway, step left and right. Hang out in plank. Drop to your knees if you need to. Better to stay strong in the core than to fall out of it. Lower, cobra, back to the floor, and then back to down dog. Bend the knees, step the left foot forward, bring the foot forward. Inhale, bring the arms overhead, steady eye gaze, and then look up if it feels comfortable to do so. Deep breaths in and out through the nose, and then hands back to floor, right foot to left, halfway, fold, inhale overhead, exhale hands to heart. Close your eyes, take a few breaths. Ready? Shake it out. We're going to try a standing single leg balance, see how we're going today. So, hands to hips, left foot to floor. This time we're going to bring our right knee up to hip height. Foot is under the knee and circle out the foot. So don't move the knee, we're just circling the foot. Feeling the movement in the ankle and the toes. Circle back the other way. So maybe 5 circles each way. Then hold the foot. Bring your hands out at shoulder height. Turn the palms up and then raise the hands overhead. Stretching up, hands shoulder width apart. Feel this lengthening through the core. Strong in that right leg, strong in the left leg. And then bring your hands back to shoulder height, hands back to hips, and then step out. Shake it out. And let's come to the other side. Right foot to floor, hands on hips. Left leg up, knee height, circle out the foot. Going clockwise, and then coming anti-clockwise. Feeling that ankle unlock. Now, test your balance, bringing the hands up and over. Reaching tall, keeping the length in the right leg, strength in the left leg, not dumping into the hips, lifting the whole upper body up. Hands back and step it out, shake it out. Well done. Let's come on down to down dog. So however you want to get down there, step the legs back, drop the head to look to the knees. Take a few breaths here. Feel the expansion, feel how things are starting to open up now, where everything was feeling tight and constricted. We're now feeling the flow of energy. Dropping down to the knees, come into tabletop. Bring the hands together. We're going to come into tiger pose. So right leg up behind, flex the foot, and then bring the left arm in front. Reach the left arm, sweep it around to grab your foot. Stretch. Feel a stretch in the shoulder, left shoulder, and in the right quad. Engage the core, eye gaze directly to the floor. This is the challenge pose of the day. And then drop out, nice and controlled. Take a breath. Reset, and then let's try the other side. Left leg behind, flex the foot, bend the knee. Sweep the right hand round to meet the left foot. Flex the foot, pull the shoulder back. Eye gaze down. Five breaths in total, and then relax. Just give it a bit of a shake out, take a reset moment. Maybe come back down into child's pose. Take a rest. And then come on back up. I'm not done yet. I'm going to come in to thread the needle. So come into tabletop, shoulders under, over wrists, and then sweep the right arm through so that your right shoulder's on the floor, your right ear's on the floor. If that's comfortable on your neck, then you can bring your left arm up and place it down your back. But keep the hips over the knees. Don't lean forward, don't lean back. So hips are neutral, the stretch is in the shoulder and the neck. Just be careful of the neck. Use the hand to get you back up. Take a breath in and out, and then we'll come to the other side. Left arm goes through, palm facing up. Bringing the right hand onto the back, palm facing out, ear to floor, eye gaze either to the thumb or you can have your eyes closed. Relax the feet, make sure the feet are not curling up. And then bring your hand back to the floor for support, lift you back up to tabletop. Breath in and breath out. Sigh it out, whatever you need to do. And then scoot your feet around. Let's come into the half lift pose but seated. So hands besides the hips, fingers facing forward. All the way, wrist to the floor. Straight legs, lengthen through the back. So pull the belly in, shoulders are away from the ears, sitting tall. And then come on down. We're going to do a little bit of hip opening today with the belt. So if you don't have a belt, you can use a towel. Towel works really well. Anything that you can grab hold of both sides of it. Lying on your back, going to bend the left foot and straighten the right leg with the belt over the middle of the foot. Then straighten the left leg. Flexing both feet, shoulders are on the floor, and the stretch is down through the back of the right leg, deep hamstring stretch. So don't go too far into it. The longer you're in it, the deeper it will get. Now bring your hands, belt into the right hand, left hand on the floor for support, and then drop the right leg out to the side to start to open up through that hip. Not all the way to the floor unless that's really comfortable for you. You still have an engagement of that leg. Keep breathing. We're holding it for too long to breathe. Then bring it back up. Hand belt into the left hand. Bring the leg now over so it just sits over the left hip, not too far. Feel a stretch in the ITB. So this is the ITB stretch. All the way down the back, the outside of the right leg. Can bring you to tears, not lying about that. And then when you're ready, you can drop it all the way over. Now hip comes off the floor, looking over your right shoulder. Just a counterbalance. Deep stretch for the hip. Release it down. Give it a hug. Hug your knee in. Squeeze and then straighten it out. Just give it a good old stretch. Now let's swap to the other side. So bend your right leg so you can put the belt over the left foot, just at the middle of the foot. Straighten out the right leg and keep the left leg straight. Not too deep, just ease the belt off a little bit. Keep the arms straight, so don't bend the arms. We want to keep them straight so we're not putting pressure on the arms or the shoulders. It's the hamstring we're stretching. Then bring the belt into the left hand, right hand on the floor for support. Drop the leg over to the left, look over the right shoulder. Keep flexing the foot, straightening the foot, straightening the leg. Breathing. Feel the releases. And now to the other side, to the ITB, halfway. So just keep both hips on the floor. Left foot sits right across over the top of the right hip. Feel it in the outside of the left hip. And then when you're ready, come all the way over. Drop the foot over, let the left hip lift up and deepen the stretch. Come on back up. Release the belt from the foot. Hug the knee in. Give it a good squeeze. And then straighten it out. Give it a shake out. finish with one last pose, happy baby. So let's try half happy baby to start with. We're looking for the right leg to bend at the knee, and grab the foot with the right hand, the instep of the foot. So it's almost like you're bringing your knee into your armpit. So it's coming out to the side. Left leg is bent. And let's swap over to the other side. So bring the left knee up, hug it in, using the left hand on the inside of the left foot. Knee going out towards the armpit. And shake it out. Let's try full happy baby. If you feel that you can reach both feet, then otherwise we're just going to maybe hold the calf muscles, the shins, just wherever you can reach to today. Keep the shoulders on the floor though. And then come on now, hug it out. Squeeze, lift the head to the knees. Feel it releasing in the lower back. Just rock side to side again. We're using the weight of the body on the mat, on the floor, to ease out the lower back. And then circles with the knees. Bit of self-massage, self-care. Come back the other way. A little bit of fun. Bring your hands behind your legs and then rock forwards and backwards. Just make sure that you're creating a curve in the spine. We don't want to come back with a flat back. But you can feel the adjustments all the way down the back. Any tension and tightness is going to go. And use your core to hover and hold you when you come up into a modified boat pose. And then when you're ready, come to a seated position. Just ease off the neck for a moment. We've created a lot more space throughout the whole body today in activating energy lines. Great recovery. So drop your right ear to your right shoulder and then left to left. 3 to each side. This is the last piece of the puzzle, and often the piece that we miss, and then we carry the tension forward during the day, so we don't want to miss it. And then turn and look over the shoulder, 3 to each side. Breathe out as you turn, breathe in as you come to the center. Now when you're ready, pull the chin back, push it forward. Feel the stretch through the neck up to the ears. Great. Well done. Just come into a nice comfortable seated position now. Take a moment, shoulders over hips, just to let all of those changes integrate. Feel the lightness, feel the clarity in the mind. Feel how centered and calm, ready to face the day, knowing that you're okay. When you're ready, bring your hands together in prayer. Take a deep breath in, clearing breath out through the mouth, to bow the head, to open the eyes. Namaste. Well done. Thank you for practicing with me today.